Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for December 23rd to the end of the month, to the end of the year. Happy holidays. I hope you're having a wonderful December. Listen, we're going to jump right into it. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I am going to spend a little bit more time with you with these aspects, okay? And hopefully, I want this to be a very meaningful forecast and reading because it's the last one for last weekly. That's not really weekly, kind of for the year, for 2024. And I really just appreciate all your support, all those that have been with me from the beginning of the year. Now, the last half of December, it's really all about introspection, and especially for you, Cancer. Okay. Being optimistic for 2025. All right. And I'm not talking glass half full, I'm talking glass overflowing. All right. I want you to feel that Jupiter energy. You're going to see Jupiter in a couple squares here. Jupiter's all about optimism. And I gave you a heads up in your December forecast, okay, on how the end of December is going to be like. So hopefully you've been preparing. You're going to feel a little bit of a squeeze, but we're going to walk through that. Continue to vibrate at this high frequency and attract everything that you deserve. All right. You know how the law of attraction works. So anyway, here are the dates, but just know these are the peaks of the aspects that are happening around this time. And you're going to feel it throughout the rest of December. Okay. A lot of y'all are already feeling it as well. Okay. Now, we also have that new moon in Capricorn. We're going to break that down. After this spread, after I go through your astrological overview, then I'll do your spread. And then I'm going to do that second spread. Okay. Your navigation into the lunations, as well as a little bit more in depth in this new moon in Capricorn, because it is a big one for you, Cancer. All right. So if you are a cross watcher watching for your moon, your rising, or for a friend, your kid, parent, just know all the mutable signs, that would be Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo, are definitely going to feel the impact the most out of these squares and what's happening this week. But again, we'll go through what everyone's going to feel what's happening. Tuesday, so let's kick it off. Tuesday, December 24th. Jupiter will square Saturn. This is 14 degrees. This is the exact it's happening on Christmas Eve if you celebrate that. So it's not an easy aspect. Remember, Jupiter expands, Saturn contracts, right? Jupiter amplifies and Saturn reduces and restricts. So it's kind of this tug of war energy. Now, for you, this is definitely going to, obviously this would have a really big impact on mutable signs. But what's really interesting is they affect the two most spiritual houses in the zodiac wheel for you, Cancer. Jupiter and Gemini, your 12th house, Saturn and Neptune and Pisces in your 9th house. So a lot of spirituality, a lot of, subconscious energy, a lot of behind the scenes, your belief system, all of that. Okay. Your philosophies. You could feel a little bit tested, all right? Because this Jupiter Saturn square, it's all about your beliefs. It's all about the big picture that you've been working on for yourself. It's all about wisdom, things you want to grow, all of that getting a little bit of a test. Saturn wants to see just how committed you are. Okay. Do you know your limits? Are you bringing structure and stability in, the areas of your life that you want to just kind of 2025, there we go, I'm in a good place, right? Saturn's just going to give you a little bit of a test. Now, here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to really get into it here. So the aspects that you feel here, you'll feel for many weeks, especially Jupiter square Saturn. We're going to have it one last time, June 2025, and then never again until March 2036. All right. So it's just part of this cycle. If you remember what happened for you, December 2020 and the months following that, when we had the Jupiter Saturn conjunction, right? So this is all just part of this cycle, the Jupiter Saturn cycle that's happening, right? It's a part of life. And this cycle helps you work through any challenges and a way for you to become a lot more practical, patient, really going within to come out being the best version of yourself. So don't undervalue yourself at this time. All right. Stay true to you and what you believe in. All right. This is Jupiter. Jupiter is optimism. So you have all that luck and good fortune and abundance in your 12th house. Okay. And so that's really going deep. That's everything beyond the physical plane. It can be a little bit nebulous, but this is a time where you particularly, Cancer, may see, the 12th house is like self-sabotage energy. So there may be things that you recognize, like I don't want to do this or be this way in 2025. So it's unrooting those things. The 12th house is, there's a degree of facing fears that could have, be really deep in the subconscious. And it's also hidden enemies. So there could be some moments where you realize there are people who are actually not supporting you the way that you thought they were. So a lot of things are going to come up for you, Cancer. That's why I'm spending so much time with you here on this. It's all about your long-term goals and unrooting things, okay? Unrooting things that you don't want to bring into 2025. Now, again, Saturn may bring some reality checks as well, okay? And big ones, as in, are you sure this is the future you want? Are you sure this is your long-term goal? Okay. He's gonna he's gonna look for cracks. He's gonna look for cracks. So he is gonna test you in this area. And again, for you, it's just very interesting. It's just such a nebulous, like the 12th house and the 9th house. The other thing for you, Cancer, travel, foreign places, foreign lands, publishing, broadcasting, all of that, you could feel a little bit of that test, as well as higher mind, right? Intuition, spirituality, as I mentioned, but also education, like higher education. There just may be something like a test, pun intended, right? Or maybe not, no pun intended. So this is all about going deep, being authentically you, all right? And not letting in passing Saturn's test. Remember, Saturn is karma, so Saturn does reward you, all right? He wants to see that you are being hardworking and committed to your personal and your professional goals, and he's going to reward you, when you pass his test. We've gone through this before in August, right? So think about August. This is a time where some things may come up from August. You may start feeling this time around. And again, it is all about you just getting to your finish line, on your path to enlightenment, your legacy, everything, okay? With passing Saturn's test. Now, like I said, we had Jupiter square Saturn in August, just a few months ago. So a lot of people have just been feeling this sense of restriction or even just low energy frequency from fall moving forward, from August moving forward. You had like a little bit of a break, like breathing room in October, but we're here again. And again, it is one that you may feel for a little bit. Now, back in August, Mars was squaring Saturn too. So that was a little bit of a, and we also had that full moon in Aquarius that was really strong, and that was in your 8th house. Okay, death and rebirth, transformation. And so August could have been a pivotal time for you, and it could have been a time where you felt a bit of a squeeze. Now I'm going to give you a real life example for context. Okay, at that point in August, if you're a subscriber, you'll remember what happened to me. Okay, so Saturn really tested me, and I'm talking August to about mid-September is when people were feeling the Jupiter-Saturn square. So my dog, Ruby, as you know, she had her, chronic, the herniated disc came up back in April, then, hip issues and whatnot. But when we got to August, I hit the $15,000 mark. So I spent over $15,000 in fees and expenses for her, weekly physical therapy, her muscle shock therapy, her acupuncture, all the vet visits, neurologist, all of that. And so with me being an Aquarius, Saturn, Jupiter, you feel that anyone with Aquarius, you felt that squeeze in your 2nd house of income, money, finances, right? And so that was my August, but that wasn't it. Okay. So I'm still doing 12 signs for my channel, doing your videos every week. And in August, I was feeling that squeeze. And I'm a one man team. I don't have any help. I don't have, and there's a lot of work that goes through the back end, right? And so on top of that, I have a full time job. On top of that, I had finished writing a book, a young adult novel that I was really excited about finishing writing, but then comes the editing process. And that started in August. And if you've ever written a book, or I don't know if, written an essay or anything, 80% of it is editing. And so my August, because of the Jupiter Saturn square, was really, really strong. I had crazy writer's block too. And, on top of taking a Ruby and figuring out how things are going to work financially for me, I'm being so honest with y'all. It was a big squeeze that I felt. And you will remember that I was also hospitalized. And so the day that I got out of the hospital, Ruby tore a ligament in her knee. And so I didn't even have time to take care of myself. Did I feel restricted the month of August, the month of September? Yes. Did I feel limited? Yes. Was it hard to do your forecast? Yes. Was it hard to take care of me and my dog at the same? Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why I am here to tell you Jupiter square Saturn is a big deal. Okay. So the main point, the takeaway is Saturn is life lessons. And I learned my lesson. I learned how to practice patience, not to take on too much, not to work 60 to 80 hours a week anymore. I had to learn. It was my moment. Okay. And Saturn may be considered a malefic planet, but he is on your side. He wants you to grow and he wants you to thrive, but sometimes he makes you do it the hard way, right? With these squares, but it's all about knowing your limits. All right. And Saturn again can test you, and it's going to happen for everyone in different ways. Very differently, but yours is going to be more about your beliefs and things that have to do with your beliefs and your belief system, and maybe even facing things that are just really, really hard to face around this time. Okay, so I just want you to know this is a time where you can actually change your beliefs. All right, or if they're really strong, stick to them and just continue to pass Saturn's test. It's a time to be very introspective. You're on this introspective journey with the fact that Jupiter is also retrograde. All right, so don't spread yourself thin. All right, don't and just continue to vibrate at this high frequency. You're going to be fine. Okay, and I am harping on this because Mars is retrograde, deep in its retrograde at this point. I will probably talk about it in an upcoming live stream because we're here, and Mars is retrograde in Leo for you, Cancer. So that's your second house of finances and income and salary, but also self-worth and self-value. And so there could be some things not only testing you spiritually, but also your confidence this month, the rest of December. Okay, so just you're gonna be fine. Just pass Saturn's test. Work with this test. Don't try to fight it. Work with this test because it's, again, all about learning from it, okay? Making you this better version of yourself, all right? So just work with this energy. Don't let it work you. And the more that you find the Jupiter-Saturn square impacts you, the more adjustments you might have to make, all right? Now, Cancer, if you have a really good memory, if you can remember May to June 2016, we had it then. Okay, that was another cycle we went through. Now, December 26th, Thursday, we have Mercury opposite Jupiter and square Saturn. So interesting day. First, Mercury opposite Jupiter. This one is actually fun. It's great. Mercury, remember, is in Sagittarius, Jupiter, and Gemini. So there's a mutual reception here. So these two planets are pretty much like doing a fist bump behind the scenes for you. Okay, there could be something here with your everyday activities. There could be something here with, health matters. It could be mental health. It could be spiritual health. There's something here that's actually very nice for you. All right, bringing this fun, bouncy energy, seeking the higher meaning in life, big ideas with exciting conversations. Okay, Mercury, communication, Jupiter has always been king of the gods because he was the wisdom bringer, right? So there is something here that's going to bring this wisdom, knowing your truth. It's just very optimistic, very expanding the higher mind. wise owl energy. Okay. Uh, People who have this in their charts, I mean, they can talk and people will listen, and it's fun. Like Stevie Nicks. All right. Stevie Nicks, Olivia Rodrigo, Barack Obama, they all have Mercury opposite Jupiter. Now, Mercury square Saturn, we literally had this 20 days ago on December 6th. So just remember this, maybe there may be some challenge with authority figures, or there just may be a part of you where you are feeling the squeeze. Just remember to practice patience, go deep. Know you can do whatever you want. You have the power of choice. All right. So just keep that in mind. You create your reality. You just have to work with Saturn's rules. It's also a time where you may say something that may be like, oops, I didn't mean to say that. So just be mindful this day. Just work with this energy. Okay. Now, Friday, December 27th, you got Venus squaring Uranus. This is going to be very interesting for y'all, because you've got Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, squaring Venus, which is currently in Aquarius, and Uranus is in Taurus in your 11th house, Cancer, which is natively ruled by Aquarius. So this may actually be a big Friday for you. There's a degree of feeling a need to break free or have freedom here. Yeah. There's going to be, I like this aspect for you. Now, here's the thing. This is an aspect where it's either breakthrough or it's a breakup, or it's having some breaking something down for a breakthrough. Okay. This is Uranus we're talking about. It can be in relationships. It most definitely can be with friendships or group that you belong to, community, because it's your 11th house. There could be some money matters in the mix here as well. All right. Creativity as well, having a breakthrough from like the writer's block that I was talking about that I had, like a breakthrough in that as well. If you are in a healthy relationship, you're going to be fine. All right. This is more about using this aspect to do something different, do something spontaneous, do something fun, right? Uranus is all about surprises and the unexpected, the great awakener, right? So I would use this to do something that, again, having that breathing room, but in this exciting way. You could also have like a big idea come through. Now on Monday, now we're on the 30th, December 30th. We're kicking off that week and pretty much 2025 with the second new moon of December, the new moon in Capricorn. So this is going to happen around 5:30 p.m. my time. So that's Eastern Standard Time, New York City time. Listen, this is a Saturn ruled new moon in Capricorn during Capricorn season that will be sextiling Saturn at a cardinal degree. So this is big for you when it comes to partnerships and relationships. Capricorn is your opposite sign. So this can be love. This can be career. This can be I don't know, nanny, whatever, just some one-on-one partnership relationship. There is something new happening here, but there is a serious vibe to it. Okay. Something where it's all about being disciplined, getting grounded, feeling ambitious, not only having a plan, but committing to it. Okay. Remember, that's what Saturn wants, like this long-term commitment, setting realistic, secure, long-term goals for 2025. Now, I did say in your annual forecast, if you haven't watched it yet, you should. I did say the full moon in Capricorn that we do have in July, in your birthday season, Cancer, okay, is one of the best, if not the best full moon of 2025. So what rewards do you want to reap by then? Set intentions, take advantage of this. Okay. Now, the reason why it's kind of like a tricky new moon is because of all of this other stuff happening in the background. And 2 days after the new moon, we have Mars opposite Pluto. And that is a strong aspect that you will start feeling this week as well. Okay. So that one's just very interesting because Mars in Leo, Pluto in Aquarius, for you, that's the two money houses. So there may be something around money around this time. Okay. Maybe even with a partnership involved. All right. So just keep that in mind. And the fact that Mars is retrograde too, it's like a whole thing. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. We're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive. I have another deck here after. Okay, so the second deck, we're gonna navigate. All right, we're gonna navigate. See what's there's a bunch of things that I did not bring up that I will for you. That you again, it's going to be really nice for you to hear. All right, so let's get started with your first spread. Let's see what's going on for you for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Woo! That that is a sign. You know that is a sign. I can't even. I can't even. You just got the Ace of Cups popping out, saying, "This I got to be out here, Cancer. This is you got to see me. This is what's happening." So we're gonna use that as when a card pops out, use it as a clarifier for the entire spread. And that's a good, wow, that's good. Okay, so let's get started for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, December 23rd to the 31st. All right, Cancer. All right, so Cancer, I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview. And if we need to put clarifiers, you know that we will. It doesn't look like we need to. Like, you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. This new moon, oh my goodness. And Cancer, you know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on. Oh my gosh. What just happened? What just happened, Cancer? Oh my goodness. This is, well, it's going to be very, interesting. Like I said, very spiritual week for you, but also you're going to be in your head a lot. So also a very cerebral week. And you see that as well with all these swords. But let's get started. Okay. So the reason I freaked out, well, I'll tell you later. You got the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you are making decisions. Okay, you are thinking about things that you have invested in, and it can be a career, it can be your profession, it can be a job, it can be something that has to do with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. It could be even a friendship, it could be even financially, right, with the Pentacles here. But you're moving into the next, the end of December, right? Just having that pause, thinking, because there is a little bit of a sense of, am I actually happy with this and what I've invested in? Okay. If not, what are the changes that I want to make? Okay. And if so, great. You put in all your hard work and effort, but now how do you make it grow? So either way, there's a pause. Okay. There's a pause, but Queen of Swords, and take that pause because you have your two spiritual houses really activated. Trust your intuition. Things are going to come up. You got the Queen of Swords again in the heart of your spread again from last week. That's a big sign when you have the same card in the heart of your spread week after week. Wow. Oh wow, that's big. Okay. So, Queen of Swords, big because you got the pair. So Queen of Swords, as we know, is, like I said in your last week's reading, it's just like being just very headstrong. She leads with her head, okay? Singular thoughts, like not like kind of like leaving emotions at the door, all right? Because you don't want your emotions to cloud your judgment in some of the, decisions that you're going to make. You may have to be like, like that type, right? Just being very vocal, very assertive, okay? The Queen of Swords has a lot of power. She doesn't mess around. All right. So again, a week where you may just be just building all this energy in terms of the way that you're seeing things and communicating as well, but also with this fairness but just letting people know that you're emotionally like, I'm on top of things as well, but right now I'm in this era and I want you to know that I'm not just a Cancer that just moves with my emotions all the time. I mean business in terms of anything that you want moving forward. There's something here where I don't want you really struggling between the changes that you have to go through and the changes that you want for yourself. That there's got to be this merging. Okay, so some of y'all know change is coming, but some of y'all also know that with the Death card in your challenge area, there may be a change you have to do or make And that's why you have that Queen of Swords, okay? Because that's going to make it easier. All right? This is big change with the Death card. It's really big change. All right? So don't resist the changes, okay? Don't resist transformation. That's going to be a big, you've got Venus and Pluto power in your 8th house of transformation. So you're on the brink of this big change anyway, all right? It also seems like there may be someone that you want on board with you, and maybe they're not ready to move on this journey with you, or maybe just not see eye to eye in some area. All right, just keep that in mind. Now you got these two kings, and so kings are the difference between kings and the queens. Kings are more, their powers and energies are more external. They're more like uh, society, right? Whereas the queens, they are more, their energies are more internal, and it's more like intimate feelings of intimate people around. But here, this is just you really being cerebral, really just being like, you could be a member of Mensa. Like this, people would think that, okay? Just very smart, clever, cunning, but you are ready to take action on something. And there is something here where you are being very honest with yourself, and you're not letting anyone be dishonest with you. Okay. King of Pentacles and the Reader spread. Amazing. That's really great. I love that, because a lot of y'all are going to feel this abundance, right? In your physical world, but even in the way that you are projecting yourself this week, okay? Or the next few weeks. This is the richest king, all right? So a lot of y'all are moving in this way where there's this abundance. It's almost like, for a lot of y'all, that is the end game. And wealth, yes, it can be financial, but Pentacles are your physical reality, your physical world. A lot of y'all are being that. It's almost like you're being the rock in terms of bringing that structure and stability in relationships and family and wherever it is in your own personal life, okay? I really love this. There really can be something here with partnerships and relationships, by the way, and other people involved. But this is just a week of you, with you powering up in terms of empowerment. Now, that Ten of Swords in your future, very interesting. There's going to be something here that truly does end. And again, with the Jupiter-Saturn square, you may feel a little bit of a squeeze. Remember, I said Jupiter is in your 12th house, where you may recognize that some people just may not have been on your side or supported you, and you thought they were. You know, there is, with the Ten of Swords, also like a sense of betrayal or backstab and things like that as well. But this is the end of the suit. This is the end of the suit. All right. So there is almost a sense of like, what's going on up here? It's like, okay, there's almost this mental exhaustion. But remember what I said with the Jupiter-Saturn squares. Learn from everything, okay? That way you never have to go through that experience again, because and it also empowers you, right? You're on a karmic journey here. You're on a karmic journey. The sun is coming out. I'll even clarify that Ten of Swords for you. Oh yeah, there's the Tower. Okay, so there is something here that you got the Tower and the Death card in your challenge area with the Ten of Swords. There is definitely like clearing the decks, okay? The Tower is that moment where something is happens, comes out of nowhere, right? And it's a little chaotic. You didn't see it coming. Uranus is, like I said, active this week, right? And so never fear this card. And I always say that because it's misinterpreted. All right. The Tower, yes, it is a little bit chaotic, but the Tower moment, it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you, right? What comes after the Tower? The Star. Okay. The Tower is still standing. You're going to be fine. All right. So, but in the moment, you may be like, oh my goodness, because it is coming with that Ten of Swords. So there could be this sense of like really feeling like something is not going your way. But then you have that Tower moment, and it clears the decks, and it's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay. So don't let this rock your confidence, self-worth, all of that. This card is attributed to Mars, where it's at in your second house. Yeah, very interesting. I'll even clarify the Tower for you. So what I literally just said earlier, the fact that you had two kings and the queen, and now you have the Emperor. So you see, again, this was meant to happen because it's putting you in your power. I already said you're going to be seen like as this force, and it's all about you powering up for all of your personal empowerment. And then you get the Emperor. This is big. A lot of this is going to be career related for a lot of y'all. Maybe partnerships and careers. Partnerships is going to be a thing for y'all as well. But the Emperor, this is mastery of self. This is a true phoenix rising from the ashes here. You see the lightning striking. Uranus is lightning, by the way, striking the crown off the tower, the crown representing ego, right? So there is something here. Remember, Mars and Leo, it's all about ego. So there's something here where it's like, bloop. And it's almost like, honestly, you want it. And it brings you this sense of rising up. And now you are ruler. Not only, you're the ruler of your destiny here. He's got the world in his hand. He has the Egyptian Ankh in his other hand, this driving life force. I mean, long white beard for wisdom, passion, power. He's wearing armor. He's fully protected. This is big. He's the emperor. All right. So yeah, you're moving into a lot of power, but again, you may feel that little bit of a squeeze to get there, right? Amazing. But remember, you still have the Ace of Cups clarifying your spread. So there is truly something new happening for you on the other side, something that is rapturous, tears of joy, right? You even see the streams, right? It looks like like tears, like it's crying, tears of joy. Something that you just feel deep down in your bones. Aces are new beginnings, new opportunities. This is, quite often, relationships. Remember, you have this new moon in Capricorn in your 7th house of relationships. So there's something here that is beautiful, that's amazing, and something, again, just rapturous joy. All right. It could even be like a new job, you starting your own business, having a baby, whatever it is. There's something enormously special. Let's get to your stuff. Cancer, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a week. If you like this reading, by the way, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I appreciate all that. And I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Let's get to it. Yeah, interesting. It seems like you've been sitting on something. Have you been sitting on there could have been some sort of, you still have that 2 of Pentacles. I remember the 2 of Pentacles in your last week's reading as well. So you've got the 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles here. You've got your North Node in Aries. All right. I'm going to talk about what's happening there. All right. In your 10th house of career, by the way, just for a few more weeks. Okay. So even if you're not here for a career, there's just something here where it's all about let's have stabilization. That's what I need right now. All right. There may be a lot happening and it's this balancing act, right? You see the juggler here with the 2 Pentacles. But for a lot of y'all, it even may be relationships. And remember, when I say that, it can be partnerships, relationships, and career. Like, maybe there's a new job offer coming in, or maybe there is this new profession that I'm on a seesaw. Like there may be some of that happening for some of y'all. Again, relationships, 4 of Swords, external factors area. That's great. Okay. So have that moment, have that peace of mind, that equilibrium all up here, that stillness of mind. And I think that is something that is kind of like a goal for you in the last 2 weeks of December. And there also may be someone there for you, okay, that really is, someone for you to lean on, and someone that is a big support. It is a Libra card, right? So is Queen of Swords. I mean, you've got those 2 Libra cards. Libra is partnerships and relationships. You have that Ace of Cups. You have this Capricorn card. You have a lot of partnership, relationship activity here, okay? You got the World as well. The World attributed to Saturn, okay? Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, partnerships and relationships. So there really is something here where it's like, I want to ascend. I'm ready to ascend. I'm ready for this new journey. It clear as day with that Ace of Cups. And then you have the 8 of Cups as well. All right. So there's something you may be leaving behind, or maybe that is what you want. Remember, you have the Death card in your challenge area. Don't be afraid to, have this big change in your life. This is saying, I know that there's something better for me. All right. And I'm not saying that any relationship or partnership that you're in is not the right one for you, but there's something here saying that you're you're on the fence or on something, but I love the Queen of Swords coming up again. But it's just saying again, you still have this big decision, or maybe you've got something to say. Okay, um, it's really, or you could be the person that needs to be that mediator in a sense in a situation as well. But you've got that King of Swords, the Emperor, Eight of Cups. It's just let's do it. Let's move towards something that is so fulfilling, right? And I think that is what brings that Ace of Cups energy. All right, so now let's break it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a couple lunations for you, and then we're going to dive deep in this Capricorn new moon. It seems like it's going to be a big one for you. And remember, if you are a cross watcher, this Capricorn new moon is going to be really strong for obviously Capricorn, but all the cardinal signs too. So Aries, Libra, and Cancer. Okay. Now, December 22nd, this is the last quarter moon. And so this isn't a time to really, it's more about planning and preparing for the new moon that's coming up. Okay. So try not to like initiate something this day. It's more about planning and preparing. Now, the 23rd, I really love this. Pay attention to December 23rd. That's going to be Monday because the moon will be in Libra. And that is really, really nice for you. Okay. And especially because Venus is in Aquarius, Jupiter's in Gemini. We have an air trine. Be social. Be social. This is amazing. This is all about partnerships and relationships. That's what Libra rules. So you may have a lot of activity around this time. It's a great, it's a Venus ruled moon. It's beautiful. And Libra does rule your fourth house of home, a family. You are the native ruler of the fourth house. It's that nurturing energy. Really nice. And then December 24th, just know that the moon is void pretty much all day. It's great that it is like the holidays, so you may not be doing any work, but I'm going to start talking more about, maybe I'll talk about the void moon in an upcoming live stream. Just try to avoid like really important conversations that you need to have on December 24th up until like 4 p.m. All right, Eastern Standard Time. Now, December 25th, Christmas. If you celebrate that, well, this is Wednesday, December 25th, moon in Scorpio. Okay, sextiling the sun. This is very interesting for y'all. There is something, this is all about the feels, really going deep. You're going to likely have really deep conversations, okay? Very big heart-to-heart conversations on the 25th. But also there's this sense of like really going deep, like forensic. There's some things you got to know, I think. But it is very emotionally moving. Scorpio does rule your fifth house of like, joy and pleasure with, children, love, true love, family, like all of it. It's such a special place. Now, over the weekend, Friday, December 27th to Sunday, December 29th, the moon will be in Sagittarius all weekend long. That's really, really fun. Just remember that, Venus will be square Uranus, and Sagittarius does rule your sixth house. So that is almost like, okay, there's a lot going on, possibly. All right. So just be mindful, but have your fun. Okay. Now, Saturday, December 28th, remember, Chiron goes direct in Aries. All right. This is kind of like a soft entry into what's happening over New Year's Eve, Monday, the 30th, Tuesday, the 31st, Mercury trining Chiron. Remember, I talked about this in one of your past readings. Chiron is the wounded healer. And so this trine is so wonderful. It's healing old wounds. It's speaking healing words into existence. It's moving forward with constructive conversations. Wonderful. Wonderful. I love this one. Okay. Remember, Chiron is in Aries with your North Node in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements, social status, all of that. And so there is a sense of healing. Anything from the past that could have made you felt like you weren't good enough and things like that. Like now you're just like, ooh. So this is a really nice entry into 2025, okay? A lot of healing, all right? And those areas of your life. And if you're not here for career, again, whatever you're exerting your energy into that you want to be known for. So let's focus on this new moon in Capricorn. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Aquarian deck. Yeah, we are at the brink of the age of Aquarius. I don't think I've ever used this deck for you, but let's see. New moon in Capricorn for Cancer. Hmm. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. So remember, you have the Ace of Cups, so something new, all right? Especially around the new moon, where new beginnings, aces are all about new beginnings, but you also got the Ace of Pentacles. So you got these two aces, Ace of Pentacles, something new, again, rooting up this new path in your life. I mean, this is the biggest pentacle in the deck. So money, wealth. Remember, you got like money stuff happening. So wow, this new moon, there's so many possibilities for you. Remember, pentacles are your physical reality too. Uh, relationships, all of that, anything here, new job, starting your own business. There's something really, 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 really special. Now, you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles. So it seems like there's going to be, with the Devil showing up, again, very interesting. And I should be more freaked out. Like, I have chills down my spine because the Devil is attributed to Capricorn. So again, this is for the new moon in Capricorn, right? So remember what I said. There's going to be some emphasis and focus on partnerships and relationships. Now, you know the Devil card, where the two people, we'll call them Adam and Eve, in the Rider-Waite-Smith, right? They're chained. The two people from the Lover's card are in the Devil card. They're chained to the Devil. Remember, it's all about your choice. And to the Devil, it's all about recognizing what doesn't serve you well, what's not good for me. Remember, you've got all this activity happening in your 12th house, the subconscious too. So maybe even going really deep and seeing something in a new way as well. But getting rid of that energy, that the devil energy, it's, vices, addictions, obsessions, codependency, it's bad behaviors. It's all of that. It's all of that. So there's something around this new moon that you may recognize that it's just like, right, that brings that Eight of Cups energy and Eight of Pentacles. Now you're not distracted. And now you're working hard toward these new things that have come into your life. You've made room for it. Eight of Pentacles. This is all about being diligent and so laser focused on reaching your goals and building this, path toward your legacy, your finish line. This is a rare spread. The fact that the Eight of Cups pops out, first of all, right? Secondly, the fact that you got the Queen of Swords again in the heart of your spread again, okay? And then you got the Ace, and then you got the Devil, which is Capricorn for the new moon. Anyway, this is big. Remember, you started off with a Seven of Pentacles. You're ending, right, on December 3rd with the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So there's going to be some sort of change, but it looks like you're going to love it, but you've got to make room for it. These new beginnings. Wow, this is big. Oh, yeah, and with the Tower, too, yeah. Just remember that maybe don't resist it, all right? Don't resist this change, but you've just got to be true to you. You have to be your authentic self. The Queen of Swords is all about truth, right? So being true to you. Leaving the thing that you need to leave. Anyway, this is probably one of your biggest readings. Oh my gosh. Okay, Cancer, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on next week. We will January. We're doing January. Big month. All right. So Cancer, I did not know this was going this long. I think you got the longest reading. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.